Hey guys, how's it going? Sky here for SKY. Another vlog. It's vlog time, right? I'm really excited by these vlogs just because it's a very comfortable time and I can just kind of relax and speak what's on my mind. So today I'm at another cafe here in Malaysia. I like coffee, so I'm always trying out new coffees, new lattes and everything else. And I'm in a place called Coffee. It's actually a Korean chain here. And it is called Coffee because it's Korea and then it's Coffee. Right, there you go, right? So it's coffee. It's nice here. I know that the people work here are amazing too. So I come here often also. And this is actually the place where I got towed. I was in this cafe when I walked out. This is where I got towed. So I'm gonna tell you a crazy story, guys. I'm gonna tell you actually one of the most scariest stories of my life. Probably the most. It is, because I literally almost died. So way back in like 2006 or 2007, somewhere around that time. So we're looking like 15 years ago, guys. And man, I went there to do missions work, to plant a new church. And I met some South Africans from London and we went down together, about 3-4 of us. And then also another missionary from Canada came with me and we went there to start a new church. Yeah, it was a blessed time. And of course, before you go to a new country, we're like checking out the country, like researching about it. And it's crazy. You look in the travel guides and stuff and everything in there is about how dangerous South Africa is. Like one of the things I remember this clearly, is like, don't change your money at the airport because people are watching you and they will follow you and they will mug you. And I'm like, this is a travel book? Aren't travel books supposed to like say the good things to make you want to go? And I was like, dang. So even when I arrived, my friends picked me up. I was like looking behind my back. I'm like, man, is this kind of dangerous or not, right? And I was kind of freaking out. My friends are like, dude, you're okay, man. You're with people who live here. You'll be fine, right? So first month there, I'm gonna say it was one of the most amazing people there. Just really amazing, kind, big-hearted people, always willing to help. I was really impressed and I was moved. These people are just amazing people. I'll say the vast majority are amazing people. I was like, oh, this is great here. Christmas time comes around, awesome, love the Christmas. We burnt our turkey, or was it chicken or turkey? We burnt the roast, so we had to find a restaurant on Christmas Day. We ended up going to a sushi place. Yeah, it was like the only place open, so we ate sushi for Christmas dinner. And then 26th goes, 27th, and on 27th, like 2 days after Christmas, we're like, we hung out at the church, we played games all night, karaoke, all these other different things. It was just like 4 or 5 of us. And then eventually what happens is, it's already 3 a.m. So it's like the 28th, 3 a.m., right? It's really late night. And I was like, hey guys, let's just pray and give thanks for this amazing year before everyone goes home, right? So we're all praying and stuff. So 3 of us are in the living room, 1 person goes into a bedroom, and then the other bedroom is empty, and that's something you need to know. It was empty, and it's important to the story. So we all start praying. And somewhere during the middle of my prayer, I hear some noise behind me, and I'm just like, what is that? So I thought, maybe it's just my friend going to the bathroom, right? Maybe it's just my friend going to the bathroom. And I was like, wait, what's that sound? And then I was like, no, I should look. So I opened my eyes, I turned around to see, and 3 robbers come out of the bedroom. And one has a gun and he points it at me. And I was like, oh, and he's like, get down. And I was like, oh, I just got out of prayer. So in my head, I'm like, is this a vision? Like God is showing me a vision? Like, is this in my prayer? Is this real? Or is it like, is it real or is it a dream or whatever, right? And he looks at me again, he's like, get down. And I realized that moment, this is real. Lay flat on the ground, because I thought to myself, if I lay flat, then if he shoots, there's a high chance he'll miss. But if I roll into a ball, then, it's like a target. It's like, bang, 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 it's easy. So I was like, then I just laid flat on the ground. That one guy comes and starts taking our laptops, our cell phones. And what's even crazier, guys, I bought the laptop 3 months ago, and the cell phone I bought I think 1 or 2 months ago. So both are brand new. Takes it, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, and I'm just praying like, God, save us, please, just save us, right? The other robber goes into the other bedroom where my other friend is a Canadian missionary there, and all of a sudden we just start hearing screaming and fighting. You can hear people fighting. They're fighting in the bedroom, and we're like, oh my gosh, we're dead. I didn't realize that this guy has a gun, and we're freaking out like, oh my gosh, and we're like, stop, don't. Door flings open, the robber starts running out, my friend's chasing him. And then the guy with the gun looks and then turns the gun towards my friend. My friend stops. runs back in the bedroom, closes the door, locks the door, and he's holding it shut. And he's freaking out because he didn't see us, so he thought that we were kidnapped or something, right? And then what happens is the robbers try to start kicking the door down. And my friend's like, what's going on? They're trying to kidnap me too. And then while the door's being kicked, he hears noise behind him and he looks and a robber's coming through the window. And now he's like, he starts screaming, help us, right? And then all of a sudden, when my friend started screaming, all the robbers just ran into the empty bedroom, closed the door and locked it. Like no one moved because we're still in shock, like what's going on? Like 5-6 minutes later, we're all getting up like, are they still in there? And we're like looking like, should we check? We're like, oh my gosh, we're just still in shock. Like what just happened? Later, the police came, they checked, they broke the bars of the window and they all escaped. So we're like, oh my gosh. And you guys can't imagine being robbed at gunpoint inside the church, which is a house church where we lived. We weren't even normal. We were paranoid for like 2 weeks. Every small sound, we all woke up, had bats and stuff near our beds just in case. It wasn't a happy thing. And as time goes by, you begin to think like, God, this is a church and aren't you supposed to protect the church, right? Like you sent me here to do missions work and then we get robbed, like God, right? And of course, sometimes I need my phone. I'm like, but God, I have no phone. Yep, because someone stole it, right? I got no laptop. How do I communicate, right? And this whole time, you start complaining and stuff, right? Like, God, why'd you let this happen? 2 weeks later, we start to see more newspaper clippings about robberies in our neighborhood. In one situation, 4 daughters with the father, and they just shot and killed the father in front of the 4 daughters. And another one, father and daughter, they killed the father, they shot the daughter through the spine. She can't even walk anymore. She's a senior in high school. And we read this and I was like, whoa. And the thing I'm gonna say is, this is the thing that really struck me and put me to my senses was, I forgot what the most important thing was. This is what happens a lot, is we get distracted by things that are not as important. But think about this. The laptop and the phone, that's not the most important thing. In that situation, it was living, right? These people didn't even fight with the robbers. They got shot and killed, but we were fighting with them. It was so crazy. And I thought to myself, like, wow, like you gotta come back to your senses. The most important thing is not the laptop and the phone. The most important thing is that you didn't die. Right? And I thought to myself, yeah, think about that. Imagine I almost fall off a cliff, someone grabs my arm, and then my phone falls out of my pocket and I lose my phone, but he saves my life. Would I be going, oh, my phone? Or would I be, thank you so much for saving my life? Yeah, you wouldn't care. You wouldn't care at all. It was just my life was saved. That was the most important thing. So many important things are happening and we kind of lose sight of the most important part of it. When you lose sight of the most important part, you go to these tiny petty things that don't even matter. Why? Because I can always buy another laptop and I can always buy another phone, but I can't buy another life, right? It's not like a video game, right? Special codes, you get an extra life. It doesn't happen like that. And I was really, really thankful. And it just brought me to my senses of what is the most important thing. That is my crazy story in South Africa when I was doing missions there. So that is my story for today. Hope it kind of lets you think more deeply. And if you have any stories too, if you guys almost dying, just guys tell me about it, and just tell me what you realized from that story too. All right, everyone. If you like the content, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, and if you really, really like it, go ahead and share it with your friends and family. I hope they can enjoy it too. Everyone have a wonderful, awesome day, and we'll see you again next vlog. Bye-bye.